The Harvard board has unanimously agreed to keep Claudine Gay as president after backlash for how she handled anti-Semitism on campus. The board says, quote, President Gay is the right leader to help our community heal and to address the very serious societal issues we are facing, but the president is still facing calls to step down.
This is a moral failure of Harvard's leadership and higher education leadership at the highest levels. And the only change they have made to their code of conduct, where they failed to condemn calls for genocide of the Jewish people, the only update to the code of conduct is to allow a plagiarist as the president of Harvard.
Fox News contributor and columnist for The Messenger, Joe Concha, joins me now. Joe, this decision to keep her on as president speaks volumes on so many levels.
And Todd, this is clearly one test that Harvard has failed craptastically. I mean, we should be referring to Claudine Gay as Harvard's ex-president this morning to make the comments that she did, that calls for genocide of Jews is A-OK on campus as long as it's in the proper context, is stunning. But it's not surprising because this is, Harvard we're talking about. One has to wonder what context Ms. Gay would apply to calls on her campus for the genocide of blacks or those among the LGBTQ plus community. And the ironic thing here is that she presents herself as a champion for free speech. But if you look at the 2024 college free speech rankings, Harvard places dead last, 0 on a 100-point scale. This is the same Harvard that rejected 10 high school students a couple of years ago when Claudine Gay was president because they shared offensive memes during a private group chat online. Needless to say, I think that a lot of parents out there who thought that Harvard was the ultimate goal in terms of where they want their kids to attend college, they see this university as toxic because they should at this point, Todd.
Yeah, building upon what you just said, what does this mean for this future of Harvard? Because obviously, growing up, Harvard's the best school in the country. Everybody wants to get into Harvard. Does that change now?
It should be noted that I couldn't get into Hartford, let alone Harvard. But yeah, I mean, that's the way it's always looked at. You look at the Ivy League, and then Harvard was synonymous with excellence. Your kid goes there, he's probably going to have, or she's going to have, a very good life. Now, I think particularly if you're a Jewish parent or student, why would you go there? It's something like 70% of Jewish students at Harvard now say they've either experienced anti-Semitism or they've witnessed it, and they're afraid to go to class. I mean, this is insane when you're supposed to be talking about the greatest years of your life, and now you don't even want to leave your dorm room at this point because of the environment that was created there under this leadership at this point, Todd.
Staying in college, kind of. LeBron James is facing scrutiny for walking into his son Bronny's USC game and taking a seat during the national anthem. Now, to provide a little context, it has been reported that LeBron always does this, enters during the anthem and then sits down in order to avoid being a distraction. But that said, what's your view on this, Joe?
This is, once again, your reminder, Todd, that LeBron James will never be confused with Michael Jordan. He's an activist, constantly making everything about himself. He shows no respect here, again, for the country that has allowed him to become the first active player to become a billionaire while he's still playing. He shows no respect for our military by sitting in this situation. This is the same LeBron, of course, who said he would understand if Brittany Griner never wanted to come back to America. And believe me, if LeBron James was playing in China and their anthem came on, he'd stand for that. That we know, Todd.
I think that context is important because I understand what is being reported about the reason why he allegedly did this, the alleged reason why he did this, because he doesn't want to be a distraction. Okay. Of all the way, though, Joe, that you could enter this arena and not be a distraction, why, oh, why does it have to be during the national anthem? There are multiple times, multiple opportunities for you to make that entrance, get in there, sit down, and not get all the attention on you, albeit that's a little bit difficult because you are LeBron James. But why? Why the national anthem?
Because I'm not sure that he is too crazy about this country at this point, Todd. I mean, we've seen this before with not just LeBron James, but other NBA players. Colin Kaepernick, obviously. You kneel during the national anthem or you sit during the national anthem. You know that all eyes are going to be on you when you walk into an arena like that, in this case at USC. And when you do that, you're making a statement. You're trying to say something, Todd. And I think it's loud and clear now. This is the top trending topic on Twitter right now for a reason. LeBron James got his message out, whatever that may be. He's upset about something that's going on in this country, and it's not going to stop anytime soon, particularly with an election coming up.
I thought we were past this sitting, the kneeling, the whole thing, but I guess we are not, and that's upsetting because it's one thing that could have brought us together, but instead divides us. Joe, thank you. Fox and Friends now.